Hello, everybody. How's it going? It is Matt, and it is Maniac Monday, and I am back at you with yet another review. Before I roll on to anything, I want to wish each and every one of you a great morning, evening, dawn, day, or dusk, all that lovely stuff, because life really is too short as is. Please do me a really huge favor and like, share, and subscribe. I love seeing your beautiful faces when I am here. I know it's an awful lot lately, but I have an awful lot on my plate, so please bear with me. One last tidbit information. Also, check out the description box. I give you your brief synopsis, your starring cast, your director, the runtime of the cut I am watching, along with some trivia today. A link for a trailer, a link for where you can watch it, and a link for where you can, if you decide, you can help support the channel. Yes, that would be great if you did. You know, a couple bucks here and there just definitely helps. You know, it helps get new movies for the film. It also buys new stuff to put around me and all that great stuff. So definitely, please, if you do decide to help, that would be amazing. Now, with all that said in mind, let's roll on to the film of the day. Now, today's came out back in 2017. It is none other than Ghost House, starring Scout Taylor-Compton. Yes, I was very shocked to see her in this. I hadn't seen her in anything since Halloween H2. The Rob Zombie film, that is, by the way. It was a very fun, interesting, good movie. No complaints whatsoever with it. I think it has a good run time. It runs at about an hour and 39 minutes, hour and 40 minutes-ish. Has a fun cast, like I said, with Scout Taylor-Compton in there, and you got Mark Boone Jr., I believe is what his name is. He is great in there, and there are some other fellows in there and some other gals in there that do a great job. Especially the lady that plays our spirit, our main ghost. Oh my gosh, very creepy movements and all that, like really just bizarre, twisted and contorting and just really just insane stuff. Very cool. What is this movie about? So basically, Scout Taylor-Compton and her husband or her boyfriend, excuse me, I don't know why I said husband. Her boyfriend are in Bangkok. They decide that they're going to go on a tour of these ghost houses with these two guys that that are British fellows that are up to no good, essentially, you find out. They basically, what they do is they decide that because one of them's girlfriend has been possessed by this main spirit, and the only way to get it is to pass it off onto a unwitting suspect, basically by making them do something to desecrate the ghost house. Very, very, very disturbing kind of ideas going on with these ghost houses. Very cool ideas. I really like it. I want one outside my house, so hopefully that any spirits that do decide to come into my humble abode decide to not stay here. They stay in the house outside the house, you know, one of those ordeals. Very cool. So they go, they meet these two British fellows. They take them to a special spot in the middle of the country where they have basically set them up to take something from one of the houses to where it'll pass off the spirit onto her. And so that's what happens, and you spend the next hour and 20 minutes ish trying to figure out a way to get this spirit to detach itself from her. Very interesting ordeal. They go to, they are friends with a guy named GoGo. GoGo is a cab driver kind of tour guide that basically picked them up from the airport, takes them everywhere they need to go, takes them to a guy named Reno. Reno is played by Mark Boone, Jr., excuse me. Sorry about that. But he plays a very good part in that, and plays a very scuzzy kind of character that knows how to remove the spirit. And he tells them essentially, yes, you need to find a unwitting accomplice to take something from the ghost house to essentially pass off the spirit to her. Or to them, to that next person. The boyfriend is very, very unwilling to go along with this. He kind of is starting to set somebody up, and he changes his mind. Goes back to Reno. Things are much worse. He finds that there's only one other way, and to take him to a shaman in the middle of nowhere, and essentially that's the only way that they are able to stop this demon from this ghost, this very just evil, mean-spirited ghost from doing these things ever again. It just was very intense scene when it came down to it with that final act. But with the beginning act, you have a very good build up of who you're learning, who your characters are. You're learning all about the ghost houses. You're learning all about essentially everything that you need to know from the beginning. It does a very good job in the very first act, letting you know what's going on. And then in the second act, when things really start to break down with Scout Taylor-Compton's character and her boyfriend's character, between them, they really have a lot of anger going towards each other at that moment. It gets very intense with their scenes. A lot of blame game going around, but it's okay. It's one of those things, like, they figure it out. By third act, like I said, the third act really is intense, and that ending is just by far one of the coolest endings to a movie with a spiritual ghost aspect to it. It really just delivers on that side of things, and I was very, very happy with that. Now, as far as anything else goes with the movie, I don't want to spoil anything else, because this one is got lots of stuff that you need to pay attention to. It is definitely one that you don't want to be sleepy, don't want to be talking a lot. You want to actually just sit back and actually watch the movie and enjoy it for what it is. It is one of those kind of films. So definitely get you some popcorn and just kind of chill and just go along for the ride. Now, as far as my three major criteria that I like my films to meet, audio is pretty good for the most part. There was a couple of parts where I had a hard time understanding what was being said. Thank God for subtitles, because they get to arguing back and forth. Characters get to arguing and yelling back and forth at each other, and they get to yelling over each other and at times. So it was a little harder to understand what was being said at a couple of places, but other than that, it does a good job. So it gets an A on that aspect. Now, as far as dialogue goes, it has a lot of fun dialogue. The dialogue really hits home, really gives you what you need and what you want to see in a film as far as dialogue goes. It's very interesting, very, very catchy. Will keep you interested throughout the entire film. I never once felt bored with the dialogue. I thought that was one of the major things. The acting is very, very, very good. I know people out there that don't like Scout, but I personally think she's a decent actress, and I always have enjoyed her. Other than Halloween H2, I think that movie is just horrendous. I don't blame her. It's just a bad movie all the way around. Now as far as editing goes, the editing is smooth and clean. There's no weird jump cuts or anything that seems out of place or through it. It goes on a nice, even, smooth sail throughout the entire movie for as far as editing goes. It's got a nice, steady momentum going. Never makes you feel like you're lost or bored or wondering where the hell is this movie going next. It always keeps a nice, smooth, even keel. So definitely one that you want to watch and stick with. Now, as far as my 1 through 5 goes, this one's going to get a 3.5 out of 5. Could have been better, could have been worse. It is above average. It has some great acting. I think that is the best part of this, is the acting. It really, really, especially Scout's character, she really does a very good job conveying the fact that she is going completely insane. I was very impressed with her character. My second favorite character is obviously the Mark Boone Jr. character. I think he is the Reno character is very cool. He has some of the coolest lines throughout the movie when you do meet him. So it definitely has some fun moments throughout this. So definitely check out Ghost House. It's a fun little film. Now, as far as tomorrow goes, I will be doing, let me grab my little paper here. We got, oh yes, Bag Attack from Toxic Filth Films. Look forward to that. We also got Beyond the Wall of Fear from Joe Sherlock on Wednesday. Then we go over to Rust Belt Driller on Thursday. Friday. I'm not going to name off the movie because I don't know if it's going to fall through or not. So, therefore, it's going to be one of two movies. So, Friday is up in the air still. Yeah, but Saturday, look for Jason Impey's Terrorize, and then Sunday will be Symbolicus. Yes, it'll be interesting watch. I have yet to watch Symbolicus. I'm very on the fence with the idea of it, or I think the ideas are very cool. I'm on the fence with watching them because of what I've been told. But either way, I'm going to watch them and give you my honest opinion. And so that's on Sunday. Sinful Sunday is Symbolicus. Yes. But anyways, tune in tomorrow for Bag Attack. I'll see your beautiful faces then. And as always, peace.